All right. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. We're going to start. So, people on their phones, people here and there, everyone getting back. Today, I want to be there and I want to sit there, relax. I want to sleep in between because I've had such a huge lunch and such a long, nice lunch that I feel sleepy today. No, but I'm not sure when I'm here, it all good disappears. So, getting back and moving ahead in today's session, two things to do in today's session. The first thing, did we finish yesterday's chapter TDS? Yes. Oh, yes, of course we did. Except there's two small points which will happen, of course, today. So that chapter happened yesterday. So what's there today? Of course, we'll revise probably that chapter. We've recorded the last time we recorded was time of supply. We need to record two more chapters, but we'll see when that happens. Right now, I'm starting a new chapter. Yes, this new chapter is that cute little small chapter which ICI decided to take from CA final and put at CA inter. So this chapter starts now. Some about 40 minutes or 1 hour of understanding, I think, about half an hour of writing, and then some sums, and we finish a new chapter before the break only. So that's how it is. And after the break, another new chapter, which also comes to an end then only. Yes. And both chapters are from CA final. So guys, today you guys are not CA inter students. Well, are CA final students today. Yeah. For a change, that is to be feeling. Honestly, when you see these chapters, they are so seamless and easy to understand that you will really get a glimpse of what there is to expect ahead. So that's how it is. Anyways, let's warm up with some revision. Yes, everyone, can we start? All right. Guys, TDS and TCS are basically some percentage which is deducted and collected and paid to whom? By whom, guys? Some people in the middle. Yes. TDS, how many people? Seven people. Do you remember them, guys? Yes. Do they remember you? Yeah, we don't know yet, but yeah, you remember them. So government and LA notified SAP. So those seven people, whenever they're buying something and whenever they're supposed to pay, they deduct how much percent? And pay to the government by filing a return called GSTR 7. That is auto-populated in GSTR 7. And don't worry, it's not something extra. It's the same amount which is putting in your cash ledger. Yes. So that was it, 7, 7. If what if they don't pay on time? And what if they're dealing with each other? And no. All right. So that was the first part. TDS section 51. 52. TCS. So TCS people are e-commerce operators. How many of them? And they will also collect how much percent? One. And they will also pay same thing GSTR 8A. They also have to pay interest if they pay late. But they have to pay and file an annual return. Do you remember the annual return, guys? Yes. GSTR 9B they need to file. And by the way, guys, do you remember I creation? Remember T, which I had said that, oh, there's a CA final concept. That CA final concept is now at CA inter. So TDS and TCS people need to be compulsorily. Why compulsory? Because guys, they need to deduct, pay for them. They need registration. Yes. So that was the chapter yesterday. When do you not collect TCS? Three cases. When? Remember N, RCM, suppliers exempt, or N, notified, HTHR. What if I'm selling on my own website? No. What if I'm selling, I'm purchasing and selling? In these cases, there will be no TCS. Yes. All okay. Remembering, guys. Well, all right. So, some things that I will, some announcements also to be made, but some new chapters also be taught. So today's day is pretty exciting. Tomorrow, I think more or less, our portion should get over GST. If something spills over, because I don't want to start TT on Sunday, we'll see how that works. So if there is any spillover, exemptions, some pending points, some exam questions, I might even take Sunday as GST. And then, guys, every new thing happens when Monday only, life in life, everything on start on Monday only. So like that, we'll also start DT probably on Monday only. But we'll see how that goes. Yes. So we start right now with this new chapter. Very, very nice little chapter. All right. Yes. My energy nitro boost is here. Yes. Nice. Okay. So guys, in business, when you do business, do you have documents? Example, when you sell, what do you have? Invoice. When you purchase, what do you have? When you sell, it leads to what? Liability. You will pay off your liability using which ledger? Credit, cash, all that. All those details will be there. Now, do you need to just throw away the documents? Yeah. Old clothes, guys. How long do you all keep old clothes? Yeah. पोछा होना नहीं नहीं but suppose you bought some clothes and your mom doesn't like it, but do you throw it away? No, you buy new things and they keep piling. So we don't like to throw. Here in GST also they say that listen, if you have any accounts, what do you have? Or if you have any records, the chapter's name is only accounts and record. Okay? If you have any accounts or any records, like what are accounts and records? I'll tell you. Guys, what does EBC do? They sell what? Whenever they sell bikes, guys, what will happen? What will they create? Invoice. Those invoices. Whenever they purchase, what will they get? On supplies, they will lead to purchase. Will lead to guys. Will they have some opening stock? Will they have some closing stock? All these details are called accounts and records. What are they called, guys? Accounts and records. Guys, you need to preserve them. You need to. For how many years? Take a guess. Seven? Yeah. Dhoni's lucky number. Yours also. Yes. Anyone else? How many? So they say the government says that you need to preserve them, and the government ICI, sorry, not ICI, Income GST Act says 72 months. How many years? 6 years. Yes, some people are still calculating. Don't worry, guys. 6 years. How many years? So the government says that once your accounts and records are maintained, you need to keep them for 6 years. Don't throw them away. Don't give it to the Radiwala. Not now. After how many years? 6 years. Call the Radiwala. Wait, give it, get some money, have a lunch. Yes. So 72 months or basically 6 months, you should keep it for all these accounts and records. Are we okay, everyone? Now, guys, imagine 1 month you said that your liability is 1 lakh. How much is your liability? But the officer said, no, no, your liability is 9 lakh. Guys, will you agree? So where will you go? To court. There is a procedure called appeals. What is it called? Appeals. We'll study all that at CA final. Appeals. You can go to the court, etc. And the court passes an order. What will the court pass it? Once the final order is passed, you have to keep the documents for 1 year after that. So which date should I follow? This one or this one? They say if you're not going into appeals revision, etc., then 6 months. If you're going into appeals revision, etc., then after the order, 1 year or 6 years, whichever is later. Not earlier because here they want you to keep the records. Yes. They might want to check you later. Yes. Can we repeat this? What is it called, guys? Accounts and records. The chapter's name is only accounts and records. And you need to keep your accounts and records for how many years? 6 years from your birthday, your parents' anniversary day. Which day, guys? Guys, they say 6 years from. Guys, do you have a year? Which year is this? Is this our year? When this will get over, you'll have to file an annual return. Remember, guys? Annual return due date. What is that? 31st. So from that day, 6 years. Are we okay? Can we refine it? How many years you have to keep it for? From which date, right? Annual return due date, filing date, due date, you have to keep it for 6 years. Or if you've gone into appeals and all that, after the finalization, 1 year, whichever is late. Okay, government, I'll keep all of this safely in my cupboard. But what if I don't have physical files? Can I keep it electronically? Yes. They say take a hard disk drive, put it and keep it where. But you need to keep it, whether physical or whether electronic, that's your. Yes. All right. Guys, now can you think about EBC and can you think about 5 GST documents which they will have? Any five. Will they have invoices? Okay, details of invoices. Will they have purchases? Details of. Are they manufacturing? Guys, are they manufacturing? What are they manufacturing? Bikes. So details of manufacturing. Guys, at the end of the year, what will they have? Stock. So opening and closing stock. Can they have some agents? So details of agents. Guys, can they have some liability? Will they use some ITC? These are some of the details they can maintain. Oh, do I need to buy hard all of them? No. Remember any five, guys. Can you remember any five details or accounts they need to maintain? Can you tell me, guys, what are the five? Purchase. So just the whole stream. First, you do what? Purchase. Then details of ITC. Then you manufacture. Then you sell. When you sell, liability. Liability. And then whatever remains is what? Stock. So any five, six things you need to remember. And these are the accounts and records you should maintain for how many years, guys? 6 years. Maintain as in once you maintain, you have to keep it for 6 years or one. All right. Guys, where to keep them? Where is EBC's office? Yeah, Karnataka, but where in Karnataka? Put choose one location. Sheshadripuram. Okay, so it's in Sheshadripuram. Yeah, just one second. Sorry, just one. Sorry. Yes. So, EBC's office is where, guys? Sheshadripuram, you are only. It's their principal place of business. Do you remember this? Guys, can they have Jayanagar branch? Nagar branch? What will they be called? Additional place of business. So, where should they keep it? You take a guess. PPO, they say very nice, guys. I like the GST Act because of that. They say whatever is sold where, all the documents of PPOB will be kept where? PPOB. All the documents of APOB will be kept where? APOB. So very nice. Their documents, you don't do Xerox and get it here and all that. Their documents there, your documents here. Are we okay? Clear bifurcation. And yes, guys, you are EBC. You bought 100 batteries. How many? You told the government that government out of 100, I've only sold 20. How much am I sold? 20. So in your stock, how much should it be? 80. They said, okay, no problem. Then one day you get surprise guest, GST officer. And he says, okay, you should have 80. Let's check. A little bit here and there still is okay, guys. But they check your stock, guys. Out of 80, there is only 10 available. Can you tell me what's happening? You should have how many batteries, guys? 80 batteries. You said you sold only 20. Guys, only 80 batteries are saying, but there are only 10. Where are the 70? In cash. So they say, listen, if you don't account for it, if you don't account for it, and if we get to know that you've not accounted for it, we will assume it is supplied. But government give me a chance to explain no. We will assume it is supplied. Are we okay, guys? Please, supply leads to what? So you'll have to pay the GST. Can we repeat, guys? Everyone. If it's not accounted for, it will be assumed that it has been supplied. That's it. Guys, as a composition scheme dealer, is life easier? Remember how many times he wakes up? 4 times, only one return. Life is easy. He does not have to maintain two details. TS. Repeat the shortcut, guys. TS. One is there is no tax details. Because is he charging tax to customers? No. Is he getting credit? So the government says don't have any. If you don't have any tax details, we're okay. And next, guys, if he doesn't have any stock details, which details? Stock. Guys, why stock details is, guys, whenever he purchases something, isn't it auto populated? Remember GSTR 4A? So anyway, when he's purchasing, it will be auto populated. So they say, no, we don't need these two details. Life is even better for him. Please tell me, composition scheme dealer will not require two details. Which are the two details? T. What is T? Tax details he not require. Stock details. Yes. So half the chapter is over. Can we recap? I section 35 and 36. What is the section? Please tell me accounts and records do we need to maintain? Every registered person needs to maintain at a PPOB or APO. PPOB's details? PPOB. APOB's details? All right. And can we five things that you should maintain? Purchase details. With purchase, ITC details. Then production details. Then supply details. Then supply liability and stock. These are five details you should maintain. And you have to keep them for how many years? Or if there's an appeal, revision, etc., then 1 year, whichever is later. Can you maintain them electronically? Yes. Oh, guys, by the way, you cannot make any corrections. If there are some books you've written, if you erase something or overwrite something, you need to attest it. Attest means you know what? On check, yes. And if it's electronically, then remember now WhatsApp, if you edit the message, it's written. Edit. Same way, if you edit something, you should tell them the log. Log means It should show when it was edited, who edited. So any errors or any underwriting, if you do overwriting, that has to be given attestation. Yes, that's the first part of the chapter. There's a second part. Once you finish writing this, we'll open the second part. Yes, very simple, small chapter. Is yes, the chapter's name is Accounts, Records, and EWB. What is EWB? We'll know ahead. Yes. Guys, that's the second part. Right? This we'll know what is EWB. A lot of illegal immigrants went from evening batch today to morning batch. Yes. We literally had no space in the morning batch this today. Today, this morning. Yes, general ANR. What is ANR, guys? Accounts and record. General ANR to be maintained. Yes, details of inputs, input services procured. Details of capital goods purchased. Production details, whatever you produce, that production details. Output supply or outward supply. Like if you've written output also is okay. You can write outward supply also. Imports, exports. Any five you need to remember. Advances received. Reverse charge details. These are all the basic details. I've written basic details on the side. However, CSD, composition scheme dealer, need not maintain the following. If I have not explained one, two lines, once you finish studying and explain, agent has to keep details of authorizations received from principal. Principal. Received from principal. He's not used to my writing. You just recently joined. No, starting okay. Received from principal. Yeah, of course. No, no, you can be frank. Agent has to keep details of authorization received from principal. And the important point is any entry or record any entry or record in register cannot be erased or overwritten except with attestation. if any electronic records, then log need to be maintained. If anyone doesn't understand log, I'll give you more examples. Let me know. Log needs to maintain. What's that? History, yes. All right. In this way, I think everything was discussed except the agent bit, which I'll tell you right now. Guys, remember agent under GST? Who's an agent? Someone who issues his own invoice. Do you remember that? Okay, so I am EBC, guys. Across India, can all of you all be my agents? You all can sell. But can you all sell your own brand of bikes also? Yes. And you can sell my bikes also. You are an agent under GST. Now, guys, will I give you authorization? Yes, keep a record of it. Will I send you some stock? Keep a record of it. Will you sell that stock? Keep a record of that. And how much stock is left? Keep a record of that. So basically, all your interaction with principal, you have to keep a record of. So as an agent, imagine you all are agents of a company, guys. What all records will you maintain? First, all the authorization received. Second, all the goods received. Third, all the goods sold. And whatever is left, guys, stock left. So these three, four things extra you will have to maintain. As an agent, you'll have to maintain these documents. Besides the normal document, this is additional. Yes. Can I end this page here? Yes. All right. We now move to the second part of the chapter. Just trying to stress upon two sections, 35 and 36. Only two sections here. And how many years? 6 years or 1 year, whichever is later. And that's about it. Who needs to maintain which kinds of records? Electronically, can I maintain it? Yes. And if I erase or overwrite anything, attestation, or if it's electronic, then I need to have a log. Perfect, guys. Good stuff. Please tell me anyone who comes on a bike here. How many people come on a bike? Yes, raise your hand, please. Yes. All right. So besides the helmet, which I know is compulsory, what else do you need when you ride that bike? License. Guys, license. Yeah. So okay, you left the home on the bike. Yeah, RC book, yeah. But I'm looking for that one more document, which is license. Of course, helmet is important, but license also. Now, guys, uh, one bike, one license. What if you and your friend are riding two different bikes? Two license. You will also need one. Your friend will also need one. Is license and evidence that you know how to drive? Yes. But guys, you have a helmet. No, still is license required? Yes. Both are required. Yes. All right. So RC and all also PUC. Someone will say now. PUC, is there something like PUC here? Yes. Yeah. I'm not talking about so many details. Only two. Just an example. Yeah. Now, guys, you're riding and you enter this lane, and suddenly, guys, let's say under Yashas only a cop is standing. For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe his son studies here. Because so many students come here, we'll check all of them. And he checks you. Guys, can he stop you? Yes. Can he ask for details? What if you show all the details? Perfect. I have heard in Bangalore, you can also show a photograph. Yeah. Digilocker. You can show that also. So if you show that, is that okay? If he finds everything, yes. But what if you try and you see him and you turn the bike and yeah, make him run and all behind you, and then you hit the dead end. Then what happens is, yeah, fine. And he will take the key also. He might confiscate also. So similar guys thing happens in GST also. I'll tell you about something that happens. They say that in GST, the government says that are you dealing in goods? Guys, let's talk about EBC. Is EBC dealing in goods? Yes. They said yes. Then do you have a recent order? They said, yeah, I just got an order today at 3:40, guys. Right now, you got an order from someone in Mumbai and they've ordered for 10 bikes. How many bikes? You're packing them and the bikes are being put in what? How will you transport them? In a truck. So they are being put in a truck and you're almost about to send the truck ahead when someone stops you. Then listen, you need some details before you send goods. So if you're dealing in goods and is there movement of goods, guys? Where are goods going? From Karnataka to Mumbai. If there is movement of goods, the government says, listen, you need a special document for this. You need a special, forget the name of the document. You need a special government buy document. I have an invoice. I have what? Invoice. The government says, see, when you ride a bike, you have a helmet. Still, you need what? Same way, I know you have what? Invoice. On this supply, guys, please tell me, you'll have an invoice. How many bikes? 10 bikes. GST, etc., etc. You'll put. But besides that, also, they say you need to generate a new document. Okay, government, you tell me, I'll do. How to generate it? They say no problem. It's just an evidence that you're sending some movement or you're moving some goods. It's an evidence of moving your goods. Okay, it's a movement. It's an evidence of movement. It's a document for that. How do I generate it? Guys, please tell me in GST, how do you generate anything? On the portal. Okay, so we logged on to portal GST, but there was no option only of this document. They said, no, no, we have a different separate portal. As we have a separate portal for this. Okay, we logged on to the separate portal, which is specifically created for this document. It's so important that separately a new portal has been created for. Okay, government got it. I'm logged on to the portal. Now what? They said this document has two parts. How many parts? Part A and part B. Okay, government, I remember CA entered is group 1, group 2. So the document will be created only when you create both parts or one part. CA enter students know it, guys. CA final also know. Guys, how many groups? To same way, how many parts here? Part A and part B. So the government says, this document will be created when you create both parts. Okay, government, no problem. Tell me what to put in the part A. They said that are you moving goods? Who are you? EBC. Put that detail. Do you have a GST number? Put that detail. Whom are you sending it to? Mumbai. What are you sending? 10 bikes. Is there GST on that? So put all the details of yourself, whoever is sending it to, and the goods. And the goods. I is repeating. Are you moving the goods? From where? To where? Guys, do you have an invoice? But besides the invoice, you need another document for the evidence of movement. This is only for goods or services also. Only goods move. Yes. So only for goods. And that document you have to create on a separate portal. Guys, creating the document, part A contains what details? Suppliers details, good. Recipients details, buyers details, sellers details, what else? Goods details, etc. And then you press the button submit. So part A, generate. Now part B. Guys, part B, they say now we got all the details. Now what details to put in part B? They say, how are you sending it? Guys, how are you sending it? Truck, okay. Then truck owner's name or truck company's name, Jai Mata Di Travels. What is the truck company's name? Jai Mata Di Travels. Okay. Where is their address? Okay, put the address. What is the number, details, etc. And guys, tell me one thing. Is the truck is it going in a particular truck? I want to know the number also. So please tell me, guys, anyone's bike number? KA03 JP 3000. VIP truck, guys. Full VIP truck. So, guys, you need to put in part B, what do you need to put? All details of the transporter, guys. Details of the transporter. So, all his name, his address, his company's name, and more importantly, the truck, the transport vehicle number. So, and this detail is also now generated, and you press what again was submit. And the moment you submit, guys, when both parts are ready, what will be created? This document will be created. Are we okay? So, please tell me to create this document, how many parts? Part A and part B. What if I only complete part A? No. You need to complete part A as well as part B, and you press submit and it's generated. Oh, done, done, government, done. Oh, but listen, I did something wrong. Can I revise it? Can I revise it? Nice answer. But guys, you remember in return, it left the station. You can't revise. Part A, you can't revise. Which part? Part A, you can't revise. So then what do I do? Don't worry, you can cancel the whole document. Guys, 1 minute. You cannot revise it. But can you cancel it? Yes. You get 24 hours to cancel it. How many hours, guys? So in 24 hours, if you feel something is wrong in which part? Part A, you can cancel the entire part A. And part B also automatically gets cancelled. So can you cancel it? Yes, within how many hours? See, it's like an airline ticket. My airline ticket is for 29. I'm flying to Bombay on 29. Can I cancel it today? Yes. But guys, imagine I'm sitting in the flight. A pilot has announced already that fasten your seatbelts. Full engine is roaring. And I'm on Go IB mode. Can I cancel it then? No. You can't. So they say that you have how many hours to cancel? But once the movement starts, then you can't. Once the flight is in the air, almost the network is there, I cancel it. No, that doesn't work like that. So everyone tell me, can I cancel this document within how many hours? But why cancel? Revise it. No, you can't revise which part. Part B. Oh, but what about part B? Guys, please tell me, where are you transporting the goods? Mumbai, where from? Karnataka. Guys, this VIP truck got spoiled in the middle. Can it happen? One tire burst. So now I have to change it. So now which number? KA03JP4000. So you might have to change it. So guys, can part B be changed? Yes, and part B can be changed any number of times. After going a little while ahead, let's say the transporter says, I will not transport beyond this. Now I'll give it to another transport. So guys, can it be changed? Yes, please tell me which part can be changed. Part B can be revised how many times? Any number of. Okay, so just recapping till now, guys, is there a separate document? This document is for movement. Excellent, guys. This document is for any movement you need to create this document. All right. How many parts? How is this document generated? Online, total. And part A, basic details. Part B, transporter details. Can I revise it? No. Part A, can't. Part B, any number. Can I cancel it? Once the movement starts, then you can't. Okay, okay, got it. Now the truck is going. Guys, do we have how many days do you think it will take for a truck to reach from Karnataka to Mumbai, guys? You think 2 days only? Guys, trucks very fast. Yeah. Non-stop truck drivers driving only. It's far. It's 1,000 kilometers away. So they say that this document, guys, this document has a validity. Guys, this document has a for 1 day. Guys, we'll give you 1 day for every 200 kilometers. For every, we'll give you how much? 1 day. So I'm not saying that driver only can drive 200. Validity is. So let's say Bombay is 1,000 kilometers. So how many days, guys? 5 days. So this document will be valid for how many days? 5 days. But what about if it's, guys, anyone has a calculator? Guys, what about it is 1,050 kilometers? 5 point 5.25. You will get 6 days. Guys, the moment it's any decimals, you'll get the next number. So how many days will you get your 6 days? Everyone, please tell me, does this document have a validity? 1 day for every 200 kilometers. And if it's a decimal, next number. So it's 5.25, 6.75, 6.17. And guys, have you seen those huge trucks? Guys, with tires and tires and more tires, guys. You keep counting them so big, such big trucks. Guys, those trucks go slower. They are called over-dimensional cargo. What are they called, guys? Why over-dimensional, guys? Because those trucks are carrying huge things. So they go slow, and hence the validity is 1 day, 20 kilometers. Guys, 1 day, how many kilometers? 20 kilometers. That's the validity. Are we okay? So that's some people write the active also like that also. Guys. So ODC is over dimensional cargo. If your truck is very big over dimensional cargo, then 20 kilometers. Otherwise, guys, what if you have some transportation by ship also? Can it happen? You want to transport these bikes to Andaman, then some part of it will happen through what? Ship. Then again, it is 20 kilometers. Yes. So let's recap. Validity 1 day for every. What if it's a decimal? Next number. And if it's over dimensional or ship, 20 kilometers. Are we okay? After that validity, it comes to an end, guys. So you need to extend it if you want to extend the value. All right, generated, part A generated, part B generated. Guys, the government says that we'll give you a concession in part B. In which part? Part B. Part A you have to generate. Part B will give you a concession if you are going up to 50 kilometers. Up to how many kilometers? Sheshadipuram to Jayanagar. Just sending here only. So part A has to be maintained. What doesn't have to be maintained? Part B, if it's 50 kilometers in the same state. Which state, guys? Same state. Interesting. All right, so document generated. Now it's gone. Any other detail? Yes. Guys, right now the truck is going on the highway and an officer has stopped. And the officer stopped it. Like the officer stopped you also for driving license. One moment it stopped, he will show what? Invoice. What will he show? Plus, he will show this document. And if you don't have physical copy, you can also show. Just like DigiLocker, you can also show electronic. The GST officer will scan it and he'll see details. How many bikes and going where, whom by, sent by whom. If all good, he will let it go. So, guys, please tell me, can it be stopped on the way? Can it be inspected? Can it be checked on the way? Yes, it can be checked. And by the way, if the officer harasses you for more than 30 minutes, for more than how many minutes, then you can file a report online. You can file a report. If he harasses you for more than how many minutes, guys, he should not delay your journey. But no one does it in real. Yes. It's almost like government saying if you find a pothole, take a picture and send it to BBMP. Do you do that? No. All right. Now, guys, the officer has caught you. You have to imagine all this, guys, so that you understand this easily. The officer has caught you. What did he see? Inside, what is it? Bikes. How many bikes? He said, okay, why don't you open and show me? I want to check. You open it, and instead of bike, guys, there is all jewelry pieces. So then, guys, he can do a complete inspection. We can do a detailed inspection. If he feels he needs to do it, he'll need to do a complete inspection. But for it, he needs an approval. What does he need? And once he does his inspection, guys, it is his responsibility, the officers, to file a basic report. To file what? Within 24 hours. That listen, he told me bike, but there was what? Jewelry. And he has to file a final report within 3 days. Let's recap. Guys, can this vehicle be stopped? Once it is stopped, what will you show? Invoice and this document. I do not name the document also, but this document. If it's all good, he'll let you go, you'll continue driving. If it's not okay, he can do inspection, detailed verification. And in that, it's his responsibility to file a basic report within how many days? 24 hours and a final report within how many days? Okay. I just tried to stop you. They said, listen, show me the document, show me invoice. You removed 100 rupees and you give it to him. You said, I do the same when someone catches me for helmet. So you thought maybe this works. So GST officer got you. He's expecting what? Invoice. He is expecting document. He got what? 100 rupees. He stopped you like, listen, on the side. And on the side, he's telling me what? Where is the document? Like, no document, sir. They said if you don't have this document called e-way bill. What is the document's name, guys? Electronic way bill. Electronic way bill. Once again, guys. Electronic way bill. It's called EWB. If you don't have this e-way bill, then we will charge you a penalty of 10,000. How much? So 100 rupees won't work. Bigger notes will. Yes. 10,000 official penalty. And the worst part is he will confiscate you. And what will he do? Honestly, 10,000 is not a big deal. What is a bigger deal? Confiscate. He'll confiscate your goods. That's the bigger problem. Yes. Everyone, please tell me if you don't have an e-way bill, what can the officer do? Maybe a penalty of 10,000, which you will see at CA final. It's not a topic for you. And he may confiscate your goods. So better have an e-way bill generated and ready. Can you have an electronic e-way bill also? Yes. Right. When you generate the e-way bill, there's a number called GST e-way bill 01. What is the number, guys? GST e-way bill 01. And you know you have to generate on the portal. Anything else? Yes. Guys, every afternoon you leave home saying that you're going to class. But there's some other class going on somewhere else. And you don't land up reaching class. And your parents get to know about it. So then, guys, you'll be grounded for a few days. You'll have to watch all recordings only. Guys. Life will all be about Zoom again and Ludo again. Yes. So your parents are listening, you're grounded and you can't ride the Activa now. So they take your keys and they take your driving license. What do they take? Keys and driving license. Now, guys, where can you not go? You can't go out. But can your friends visit you and cry with you together at home? Yes. So, guys, you can't go out. But can people visit you? Yes. Now, let's link it to GST. Guys, sometimes because of some mistakes, they may cancel your part A. They may cancel your, they may restrict you that you cannot create which one, guys. Part A you cannot. And if part A you cannot create, you can't create e-way only. Guys, 1 minute. What are they restricting? But why are they restricting? Guys, there are some mistakes you. Example, which return is to be filed every month? First one. You didn't file it for 2 months. Next, which return? GST. That also you didn't file it for how many months? 2 months. So there are some four mistakes. If you do any of these four mistakes, what will they restrict? Part A. That means can you generate e-way bill now? Sorry, that's a punishment because you did something. I link it to your example only. Parents taking the bike, a key, Activa, driving license. But guys, can you purchase? Please tell me. You can't go out. You can't make e-way bills. But can you purchase? Can your friends visit you? Yes. As earlier you could not do both. But now what can you do? No e-way bill, so no outward supply. But what can you do? Purchase can you still do? Yes. All. Now let me think anything else. Yes. Guys, I'm the okay. Guys, who has to create this document? By the way, first tell me who has to create this document. Guys, who has to create it? Supplier. Yes, but the supplier, let's say, is busy. Then who has to create it? Recipient. Or let's say the recipient is also busy. Then who will create it, guys? Transporter. That means that excuse you cannot give that the person not create it. So please tell me who will create it? Supplier. Who else can create it? Recipient. Or who else can create it, guys? So any of these guys can create. Generally, it's a supplier, but anyone can create this e-way bill. Generally, it's who? Supplier. All right, e-way bill created, validly done. Yes, guys. It has to be accepted. Whom are you sending this goods to? Someone in Mumbai. That Mumbai guy has to accept it within 3 days. Guys, repeat. How many days? But guys, he's not accepted it. It's showing pending. But he's taken the bike. He's riding the bike also. That means he's already deemed accepted. Deemed expected. Are we okay, guys? Everyone. He has to accept it in how many days? If he doesn't accept it and he receives it, it will be considered as deemed accepted. These are not very important points. And now I'm coming to the main point, guys. Guys, forget bikes. Someone has ordered a mobile phone cover worth 100 rupees. Someone has ordered from Mumbai, ordered a mobile phone cover worth, and you're sending that cover. Is it movement? Government says every movement should have e-way bill. You said, government, are you crazy? 100 rupee cover, 200 rupee printout. Guys, 1 minute. E-way bill has to be created to evidence what? Movement. Cover is where right now? Bangalore. Where is it going? Mumbai. Is it movement? So he said, government, I'll go crazy. I'll stop business. I'm going to Himalayas or leaving the country. What e-way bill for every movement? They said, no, no, not every movement. Only if the value is more than 50,000. Only if the value is more than, so only if its value is more than 50,000, then you create e-way bill. Otherwise, you don't create e-way bill for invoice. Okay, so I'm giving you some values. You tell me, guys. The value is 46,000. No. Excellent. The value is 49,000. The value is 49, but with GST, guys, it becomes 51,000. Now that's a question to think about. Everywhere we excluded what? It's the first time they say value including GST. And why, I'll tell you the logic also. They want more people to create this job. So people who are borderline, 49. Yes, plus GST is what? More than 50. So then you'll have to create. So please tell me, guys, value including GST. If it's more than how much? Then you need to create what? E-way. Are we okay? I'm giving you one more example, guys. Your value is 60,000. How much is your value? Out of 60,000, 20,000 is exempt. Will you create e-way bill? Your guess, guys. Right now, it's only a guess. Should we create e-way bill? How much is the value? 60. How much is exempt supply? 20,000. Government says, sorry, your exempt supply. How can we take e-way bill? Otherwise, petrol, diesel, everything we'll have to take e-way bill. We don't want to interfere with exempt. So please tell me value including GST, but only which value, guys? Taxable value. Very important. Guys, please tell me e-way bill is an evidence of movement. It is to be created every time when the value is more than including GST, but only taxable. Are we okay? Guys, there are three exceptions to it. How many exceptions? Three. Guys, they told you that you should wear the helmet only when you ride the bike. But you are wearing the helmet everywhere at home also. Safety first. The government says, listen, you don't need to do. You need to only when the value is more than how much? 50,000. But you say, no, I want to voluntarily, even if it's 7,000, I want to voluntarily. Can the government stop you? No. So, guys, what are the three exceptions? First, voluntary. If you want to voluntarily make it, even if it's lower value, you want to voluntarily make it, we won't interfere. That's your choice. Second, guys, do you remember those lovely handicraft goods? Do you remember them, guys? Do you remember I? Yes, everyone. So these handicraft goods, guys, they had one benefit. What was the benefit? Up to 20 lakh. Up to how many lakhs, guys? 20 lakh. There was no registration. Do you remember, guys? Recap, guys. Handicraft goods. Remember? Up to how many lakhs? There is no registration. Even if I supply interstate, even if I supply casual, even if I supply e-commerce, do you remember? But one negative is that whenever you supply these handicraft goods, you won't need registration, but you will need to create what? E-way. Oh, government, that's a negative. Yes, one small negative. So please tell me, when is e-way bill not required? Sorry, when is e-way bill this exception does not apply of 50,000? When you make it voluntary. First is what, guys? Voluntary. Next, guys, handicraft. So voluntary. When it is which goods? Handicraft. And guys, sometimes you send your goods to a job worker. To which worker? See, job worker is a CA final concept, but I'll tell you very simply. You sell bikes. Did you sell them to paint to third party? Do you remember a discussion long back to painting you had sent it to whom? Third party. So let's say you send these bikes to a job worker. To whom, guys? Job worker. Then in these three cases, even if the value is below what? You will need to create what? And we repeat guys. E-way bill is necessary only when the value is more than 15,000, including what? GST, but excluding exempt supply. Exempt supply you don't have to consider. But guys, three cases where this restriction will not apply. Voluntary, handicap, and job. JHV, VJ, VJM, Vijay VJH. Right now, we'll due to lack of any handy shortcut, we'll put VJH. But voluntarily, job worker, and third is what, guys? Handicraft. Are we okay? There, even if the value is less than 50,000, you need to create even. Yes. All right. Guys, that's it. Almost at the end of this, and then chapter comes to it, guys. It's not that a topic comes to a small portion. No, the chapter comes to it. Yes. All right. And yes, one last thing. Guys, you are the main CA of Kalyan Jewelers. Main CEO of and Kalyan Jewelers calls you up right now, guys. 6404 they call you up. Then listen, we are sending 50 crore worth of gold and diamond from Bangalore to Chennai. Worth 50 crore. Can you tell your article to generate an e-way bill? Because more than how many thousand? 50,000. You need to create what? So 50 crore worth gold and diamond going from where? Bangalore to Chennai. So you are the principal in your office, CA. You told the article, that article, listen, wake up, make a e-way bill. He says, okay, what is the e-way bill? He said 50 crore of jewelry. He's making the e-way bill and sending messages to his friends. That listen, do you have COVID masks? Do you have 2, 3 monkey caps extra? And black sunglasses. I will meet you at that circle. There is a truck taking 50 crore worth of gold. We'll never have to work in our life. Yeah, no articleship ever. Straight partner, straight startup funder, straight Shark Tank, the best investment. Meet me there. So guys, sometimes it gets risky. So e-way bills are not required in some cases. E-way bills are not required in some cases, especially when you're transporting something like jewelry. Guys, bank is sending money to their ATM. They've called the CA, tell the same article. He's already worth 50 crore now. 405, listen, plan cancel. 100 crore, another truck is going. So they say in these cases, defense, goods, currency, jewelry, etc., you don't create e-way bills. I'll give you a small shortcut. Any five products, any. So you should know any five products where e-way bill is not generated. Otherwise, you're all generated. Alright. Yes. Forget this 10 bikes to Mumbai. These bikes are being sent to Mumbai for an exhibition. Can it happen? Where are you? Karnataka. You got a call for an exhibition in where? Mumbai. That these bikes need to be sent for an exhibition to Mumbai. Is this supply? Wait 1 minute. Are you selling it to someone? No, you're sending it for it. You never know who will buy, who will not buy. So, guys, do we need an invoice? No, because there is no. I repeat, where are you sending it? Mumbai. But is someone buying right now? You are selling it to an exhibition. Now, guys, there is no supply here. There is no. So you will not create what? Environment. But is there movement? Movement from where? Karnataka to. So, guys, whether it is supply or other than supply, repeat, whether it is or other than supply, we need to create e-way. Very important word. I'm saying again, guys. You are in the first example, you are selling 10 bikes to Mumbai. Will you create e-way bill? Yes. But why? Even if it's not supply, example, you're sending the bikes only to an exhibition, still will you create e-way bill? So e-way bill moves. Shortcut. E-way bill move. That means e-way bill is only for movement. It's not for sale or not for sale. Whether you're selling or whether you're not selling, are the goods moving and other goods worth more than 50, then e-way bill is required. Shortcut, I am creating it right now for our batch. E-way bill moves. Not e-way bill supplies, e-way bill moves. So any movement of goods, there should be e-way. Worth more than 50. Or, guys, how many bikes did you have to sell? Okay, but he said, no, 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 I like the bike so much, I don't want 10, I want 100 bikes. So, guys, 100 bikes. How many invoice? One, because you're sending it to one person. But you could not put it in one truck. So you put them in three trucks. So how many e-vehicles required now? Okay, three bikes, how many licenses required? Same. So please tell me how many in conveyances are you using? Three. How many trucks? So how many e-vehicles will be required? So I'm giving you a shortcut, guys. One invoice, one e-vehicle. One invoice, one e-vehicle. But if one invoice is split, then one vehicle, one e-vehicle. Yes, I'll check. Guys, you have two invoices. 60,000. How many e-way bills you require? Two. Guys, repeat. One invoice, one e-way bill. One invoice. So you have two invoices, 60,000. Two e-way bills. You have one invoice, 100 trucks. One e-way bill. But five trucks. Five e-way bills. Are we getting it, guys? So generally, for one invoice, you will have only. But if the invoice is split into one trucks, you'll have multiple e-way. If this is confusing you, whichever is higher. Let me give you an example. 100 bikes, one invoice. 100 bikes, one invoice. How many available? One. Okay, five trucks. Five, which is higher? Five, so you'll take five. 100 bikes, two invoices. 100 bikes, two invoices. How many available? Two, but split into six trucks. Which is higher? Six, so six e-vehicles. Are we okay with this, guys? Yes. All. Guys, I'm the truck driver. Onida has given me ACs to transport. Onida has given me what? Logitech has given me cameras to transport. All worth more than 50,000. HP has given me laptops. Milton has given me thermos to transport. TW has given me watches to transport. Epson has given me projectors to transport. All different goods going in my truck. Yes, can it happen? So I have like so many e-way. I don't know whether I should drive the truck or should I look at the e-way bills. Full booklet. So then what do I do? Is how do you in one book you have so many chapters. How what do you create? Index. Same way, if I have multiple e-way bills, repeat, if I have, then I can consolidate and create one e-way bill. Repeat, I can consolidate and create. So there will be one multiple, but on top of that, I can make an index. Index is nothing but a consolidated e-way bill. Repeat, it's a consolidated e-way bill. The number changes. I need to make it in GST. E-way bill 0. Who makes this? Transport. Guys. So can I have multiple e-way bills, guys? Let's say I'm the truck driver, I have 20 e-way bills. How many e-way bills? Made by different people. Guys, can I consolidate them into one? Not actually, I don't consolidate. I just make an index on that. And so I know which route to take. This does not have any validity, guys. This does not have any. And this is just like an index. It's called a trip sheet. What is it called, guys? Trip sheet. It just tells me how to take my trip. Yes. So how many e-way do we know? Two. One is individual e-way, one is individual who makes. Generally supplier. Consolidated who makes. Transporter, it's like a tip sheet. It does not have any value. Are we okay? And guys, wherever you use e-way bill, you will quote rule number 138. What is the rule number? 138. Congratulations, chapter is over. Let's recap only e-way bills, please. Yes. Everyone away? Yes. Guys, EWB is called e-way bill. Did you get an order? From where? Mumbai. Are you transporting some goods? Yeah. E-way bill moves. If there is any movement of goods, you need to create a document called e-way. But I already have an invoice. Still, you need to create an e-way bill. If not value, we'll not talk about right now. How do you create e-way? You go on the portal. Can anyone create CA article? Anyone? Yes. How many parts? Part A, basic details. Yes, supplier, recipient, goods, etc. Part B. Is when is the e-way bill created? When both are created. When both are created. Can I cancel? Yes, within 24 hours. Sorry, can I revise? I mean, no, you can't revise, but you can cancel. Part B, can I revise? Any number of times. Yes, any number of times because it has which details? Transport. It should reflect the current truck. So if the truck number is 3000, you cannot have 5000 written in that. It should reflect the current truck. And guys, there is a validity. If I create the bill today, what is today's day? Friday. Then Friday will not be included. But after that day, what is the validity? 1 day for every. And if it's over dimensional cargo or ship, 20. Okay, my truck is going. Guys, currently stop. Basic checking. If they stop you for more than 30 minutes, report. If they do physical detail inspection, they will have to file a basic report with it and a final report with it. Excellent. Guys, can they restrict your creation of part A? That means no outward supply. But inward supply? Yeah. All right. And guys, does it need to be accepted also? Yes. Within how many days? If not accepted, deemed acceptance, guys. And e-way bill is required for every movement whose value is more than, including first time they've included GST, but of course only tax supply. Three exceptions. VJH. Visual Mali happy. VJH, something like that. Yes. So VJ is voluntary. Yes. Job worker or handicraft. And who can create supply, recipient, or transport? Number is 01. What if there are too many e-way bills? Consolidated. Number is 02. It's like a trip sheet. And one invoice. One e-way bill. Three invoices. Three invoices going in 9 trucks. And that's about it. And part B has a concession, guys. If you're transporting within the state up to how many kilometers? 50 kilometers. This is your CA final thing that is now at CA. Yes. A chapter that started at about 310 or 37 and it's ending right now in terms of discussion. Now some hard work after 2 minutes. Yes. And then we take off some. 2 minutes relaxing. Yeah. No, it has to be 50 and inter. And inter. Average. CA will charge. Oh, there's no charge. Government doesn't charge. Government doesn't charge. GST registration is free. E-way bill also. Even GST is free, no? Pay anything. Unless it's a GST you're paying. Here, it's only a document you need to pay. That's it. Yes. We'll talk about it. In the exception, you'll see. Good point, but just 10 minutes early. Alright. Guys, on the screen is a small list. You don't need to buy out the entire list. I joked about, some people or some things don't require e-way. Yes. Do you remember currency? When you're transporting what? Currency you don't require. Any corals, any pearls, no e-way. Any jewelry, no e-way. Guys, can you transport LPG and kerosene? Here, there is no e-way. Guys, used goods. Your sofa, your bed, you're selling those used goods. Even if they are more than 50,000, no e-way. Guys, postal articles. Guys, can you transport your goods to post? Everyone, 1 minute. Can you transport your articles to post also? Have you used post office? You can transport across India. In fact, even abroad also. In that also, what? No, you don't expect the postman to make e-way bill. And last, guys, what are cycle rickshaws? Have you seen cycle rickshaws? Thankfully, in Bombay, there are no. Mumbai also there are no cycle rickshaws. Delhi, guys, when I go for Delhi classes, it's very inhuman because there's a guy cycling and there are three people triple his weight sitting in that rickshaw. Or there are goods in that rickshaw and he's pulling it. It's very bad to see it. Those cycle rickshaws, guys, how far do they go? Not very far, 1 to 5 kilometers, yes. So the government says, how far are you going to transport here? So in case you're transporting any goods to where cycle rickshaw, there is no e-way required. You need to buy out any five. Can you see the shortcut, guys, which makes absolutely no sense? Postman use what? LPG kerosene cycle rickshaw. For some reason, it's running on LPG and kerosene, and he's carrying what? Jewelry, corals, and currency. No sense is the best one. Yes. I creation, but it's created an impact, guys. Yes. So you have to remember any five. Can you tell me any five, guys? Postal articles, used articles, LPG, kerosene, goods transport and cycle rickshaws, jewelry, coral, currency. On these transport, there is no e-way bill required. There are many more, but I've just given you five or seven. I've given you. Remember any five, and you'll be good. Yes. All right. Nice. Are the books around? Yes, in your bag. Can you like get them out, please? Yeah. We've written the first part already. I'll tell you some. Okay, anyways, you started. We don't need to write everything. Just this one you have to write right now, please. You just eight questions in this chapter, right? If that is a really only eight. If you fail to account for goods or services, the GST officer will determine the GST liability, assuming that the same has been supplied. This important point I've not explained, but write it down. I'll tell you about it. Section 68 and mainly Rule 138. What is this delivery challan, guys? We'll see in the invoice chapter. This delivery challan. What? It's an electronic document to evidence movement of goods, not for services. When? To be generated when value of supply in bracket taxable goods, including GST, is more than 50,000. And as an upward arrow, I've written value and delivery challan should also be more than 50,000. Exceptions to the above. VJH. Yes. Movement of goods can be due to supply or otherwise. Example, exhibition, job worker. etc. So we finished two parts of the chapter, copying it. There's one point that I want to explain once we finish writing something you wrote. Yes. Guys, I've written one line which says that in case supplier has not maintained the documents, guys, where do you keep the goods? In a warehouse, in a godown, and where do you transport it through? A transporter. So those guys will have to maintain the documents. So if you don't maintain, who has to maintain? Warehouse keeper. But generally, they will not take the headache. They will tell you only to maintain it. So you are the primary person responsible to maintain accounts and records. Yes. Now, guys, there are three more pages to copy, but I don't honestly think we should spend time writing documents here. Instead, we could use our extra time to revise or to do more sums or to just record also something. As this third, fourth, and fifth part, you will leave three sides. Yes, everyone. Yes. You will leave three sides, but if you're writing big and all, guys, leave four sides if possible. If your writing is slightly bigger, leave four sides. So basically, two pages, and you will also write there what I'm writing on the screen. So after you finish writing this, write in small, but you'll have to write so that you remember to copy. You can remove it later on, guys, this line, but please write. After you finish writing whatever you wrote, yes, please write to copy part 3, 4, and 5 of notes. I'll send the link and you can copy to copy part 3, 4, and 5 of the notes. Yes. All right, now 5 minutes of yoga break, guys. Sleep break, walk break, whatever break. Try and spend it in class only. 5 minutes and then we'll begin. 8 questions only, guys. That's it. Did you all manage to see the solution of the test? Yeah. Did you all compare what? Okay. The way the fame. Okay. That is always a challenge. And I'll talk to you all about how to address that. So only lacking for the presentation. Only lacking, okay. Presented. So, it's based today is the 12th day. We spent about 12 days learning GST. Now, the first thing is understanding it. I want to address this to the entire batch also. She also raised the same point. So let me tell you how to get that up. Yes. As long as the answers were right, yeah. Section, the way other conceptually you understood how to write it, I think that is the mission. We'll now have one more test and then one more. You'll see it getting better. Thank you so much. back again, and we are looking at 8 questions. Yes, I don't think it will take too much time. Some of them are very simple questions. Some of them will involve writing. Some of them will have our favorite words also. Yes. So on that note, we should try and begin. Page number 144 is where you'll find the questions. All right. Guys, everyone has to read the first question. I'm going to ask someone to answer, please. Everyone, question number one. 144. Very simple question. Yes. In the middle, somewhere is holding his head. Yes. Yeah. The first one, what is she saying? What is it saying? It's a supplier of management consultancy services. And what are they asking you? Find out what period for which books of account need to be maintained on GST. Do you remember the period for which? Yes. 72 months from your birthday? No. And from the year's annual return due date. And if it's under appeals, revision, etc., High Court proceedings, after the proceedings get over, 1 year, whichever is later. So very simple, guys. And which section is that? 35, 36. What about talk about that? So please write question number one. And no, it's not Q&A. Question number one, D, page number 144, as per section 35, accounts and records need to be maintained till later on. A is 72 months from annual return due date. Or B, 1 year from end of proceedings in case of appeals, revisions, court proceedings. Highly probable, guys. And this can be asked practically. So they will give you the year and they will say till when has to be maintained. Can you tell me for 23-24, guys, what is the annual return due date? 31st December 2024. So out of that 6 years means 31st December 2030. So many years you have to keep it safe. There's no selling it at Radhi, guys, in that. ICI books, maybe yes. But accounts and records, no. That's question number one, guys. Question number two is very, very simple. Again, everyone reads, then we discuss. Any five. Yes. We'll start. Somewhere there, the nice bright orange shirt. Yes. Any five details that a person should maintain in accounts and records. Yes. But details of purchase. Guys, let's frame it better. Details of purchasing inputs, input services, or capital goods. Second, on purchase, what do you get? So let's complete that. ITC available on purchases. Next, what do you do with the purchase? You manufacture, then you'll sell. So we'll details of production slash manufacture. Next, details of outward supply. Next, details of liability, details of stock, export, import, advance received. So guys, you can keep on, go on and on. Any five you should know. So that's how you will complete. So question number two. I'm just showing you the details here, guys. Can you see production or manufacture of goods? Inward, outward supply, stock, ITC, output tax payable, such other particulars as may be described. Yes, so you will write refer Q&A and remember any five details to be maintained. Any five details to be maintained. Out of eight questions, guys, how many do you think are refer Q&A? How many do you expect them? You'll see. But only eight questions, so not too much. All right, that's question number three. Everyone, over to question number three, please. Shortcuts working well. Two, yes. So it's indicating also victory sign. Yes. All right. Yes, since you indicate the victory sign. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, the same person. Yes. Swad restaurant is under which scheme? Guys, can a restaurant be under composition scheme? Yes. Guys, it's also a good time to revise it then. TRM. Is it trim? Yes. The last year turnover should be up to. Can they be under this? Yes, but they have to pay what percent, guys? 5%. Yes, CGST, SGST. So they are one of them who taken under composition scheme. So discuss the records which are not to be maintained. What are the two records which are not to be maintained? First is tax, but of course you cannot write tax only. So the tax to be paid because guys, do they charge any GST to the customer? No. So no tax details. And second, no details of stock. Guys, these two don't have to maintain. Otherwise, all details you have to maintain except these two. And you know the logic, guys. Tax, why not? They don't charge any tax, they don't get any credit. And stock, why not? Whatever they purchase, guys, is auto recorded in GSTR 4. Yes, so you will write this question number three, please. That's question number three. It's E because guys, very simple. T and S will help you. This is GST, that is tax, and this is stock. If you're done, like to move to question number four. Yes. Yes, everyone has to read. One person will answer. Yes. Your third bench is, yeah. Who is Raghavan sir? Agent of whose? And you know, guys, in GST, agent means someone who supplies and sells his own, issues his own invoice. So he's doing all of that. They're asking you which record should he maintain. Besides the normal details, he should require some more. Yes. Do you remember any? Yes. Excellent. Guys, authorization received from the principal or principals. Second. What else will you receive from the principal? Goods received from the principal. Goods sold on behalf of the principal. Stock left after the goods are sold. And any account given to the principal. So basically, all your interaction with the principal, you have to document that. Yes. So please write question number four. So the 4 points. The first one is authorization received from the principal. Details of goods received from the principal, supply, and stock of goods belonging to the principal. So any four or these four you need to mention. Guys, does he require to maintain other details? Yes, but besides the others, he has to maintain these details besides basic details. We're halfway through. That's four questions down, four more to go. Yes. For people checking the watch, 4:55 seconds. I can't tell you here, but yeah. All right. Question number five. Really nice question. Questions like these are expected in the exam, right? Where the story is there, supplying something, something different. stories there, but the two important lines I've highlighted. So we'll select all the people who own the brightest colors. Orange was selected, then pink was selected. This is very, very well done. Yes, yeah, red, unfortunately. All right. So, guys, I'm just starting off and then she can take it forward. Who's the company? Power Electrics, and they are registered somewhere, a supplier of ACs. They're required to send from Mumbai. So, they are basically from Mumbai. And what are they sending? AC, yeah. So, basically, parts, AC parts to be replaced under warranty. And how much are these parts? And where are they sending it to? Gujarat. So, guys, movement is there, and it's more than what? But what is his argument? Why doesn't he want to create e-way bill? Due to some reason, yes. But what is the reason? Nice. Due to some reason. Guys, he's saying that this is not a supply. This is not a. I'm not selling it. I'm just replacing it under warranty. So he's saying I'm not selling it, but we have to tell him, guys, this is not an invoice. This is a e-way bill. E-way bill moves. E-way bill. If there is any movement which is more than 50,000, then you need to create what? E-way bill. Whether it is because of supply or other than supply, you are required to examine the technical veracity. Thanks. What? Technical. So from tag, we enter into science. There's some veracity, technical and all. I you just need to tell that is that correct or incorrect. Yes, so that's the claim. So everyone, question number 5, really nice. This is ICI expected question, guys, because story, some details, some twist. Of course, ICI will just add numbers, more numbers here. Yes. Rule 138 stipulates. Rule 138 that stipulates that stipulates that e-way bill is required in case of movement of goods greater than 50,000. Such movement may be due to supply or reasons other than supply. In the above case, AC parts rupees 70,000 are sent to Gujarat towards warranty that is other than supply. Thus, even in this case, e-way bill will be required. Thus, view of power electricals is incorrect. A better word for incorrect is not tenable as per law. Guys, you can use that word in case you want to, make it sound very heavy and fancy. The view is not tenable as per law. Not tenable. Just make sure the spelling is right. The cost of making it sound fancy, incorrect also works. Yes, that's question number 5. The countdown starts. Question number 6, please. Very nice question. You might need your calculator. So please just check if it's working and press a few buttons. Very nice question. Has some numbers. Good. Nice. Take your neighbor's calculator and calculate. Yes. Yes. I want to say everyone calculating. People who are calculator. Nice, nice. Yes, can you show me calculator? Oh, nice. No, guy. Yeah, no, guy ahead. Okay, he got it. So, yes, very nice question. It has some numbers also. Let's see, someone can answer. Um, yeah, why don't you try? Yes. You're the taxi. Okay, first, who's supplying it? Can Publishing House. Where are they? In Delhi, and they sell books as well as stationery. Provided the following information of many consignments or one consignment. Guys, makes a difference. If I have many consignments, then we don't know the value. But this is how many consignment? One of a consignment. All right, which supplied to Mumbai. So is it moving? Yes. We just need to see the value. Yes. Now you start. Value is how much? Okay. Around 6,000 or 6,300. 6,300. Nice. Yes. Will not be considered. Okay. Perfect. But this is not supply. This is into a job work. Yes. Whether it's supply or other than supply. Very confident answer. And if you total all these three, what does it become? 50,000, 56,300. So if you this is more than the threshold of how much? 50. So do we need a e-way bill, guys? Definitely yes. So calculate the consignment value for the generation of e-way bill. So this is what it is. Question number 6, please. Sorry, yes. Yeah. I'll help you. But guys, I need you all to also now start writing. So how will you begin this? So let's say in the exam you're blank. What do you start off with? Facts of the case. So you can write the facts of the case. Gyan Publishing Company is sending taxable goods, comma, exempt supply, etc. Gyan Publishing Company is sending taxable goods, comma, exempt supply, etc. to a recipient in Mumbai, to a recipient in Mumbai. Full stop. Now they're sending some goods. Now, as per Rule 138, as per Rule 138, in the exam you'll write Rule for 138 of CGST rules. Which rules? And any section of which act? CGST Act. So, as per Rule 138, an e-way bill, EWB, an e-way bill is needed to be generated, is needed to be generated when value of taxable supply, an e-way bill is needed to be generated when value of taxable supply is with GST or without GST. Open bracket including GST. As per Rule 138, an e-way bill is required to be generated when value of taxable supply, open bracket including GST, close bracket, is greater than 50,000. Full stop. This is also required. This is also required when goods are moved other than supply. This is also required when goods are moved other than supply. Now, full stop, next line. It's very good presentation, full stop and next line. Now, guys, relate this to our case. In this case, or in the above case, in the above case, the consignment value, in the above case, the consignment value is as under. In the above case, the consignment value is as under. And make semicolon, is as under, make semicolon, next line first. And what will you write first? Value of taxable supply. You will leave some gap and write 35,000. I need some more gap, slightly that side, so that you can write better. And under that, all numbers under each other. Next line, add. Add IGST at the rate of 18%. And under that 35,000, you will add 6,300. Next line, second. Value of exempt supply. Value of exempt supply. Open bracket, not considered. Value of exempt supply. Open bracket, not considered. And you can put a dash. All numbers one below the other, guys. That's how you present well. So 35,000, under that is 6,300, under that dash. And next number below that, third. Value of goods sent to job work. Value of goods sent to job work. How much is that? 15,000. Next value, next line. Therefore, consignment value. Therefore, consignment value. How much is that, guys? 50,000, 56,000. Now, guys, conclude. You know what to conclude. What will you conclude? What is the last line? Please tell me. Since the value is more than 50,000, what is the name of the company? Yan Publishing Company will need to generate an email. Please write in your own words. Very well. Self-written. Question number six. So, two, three people I was speaking to here, they told me that test, they saw the result, the saw solution. More or less, it was okay. Of course, guys, the first time you're being tested, more or less, it's okay. But they said that, the framing of the sentence, etc. So, what I'm trying to suggest you guys, it's been our 12th day of learning a new concept called GST. From day one, we kept building on concepts. We tried writing answers. This is the first phase. The next phase is when you practice. That means when you revise. You revise through handwritten notes, you revise through the video, but you also revise while practicing. So per chapter, practice three times and give all the tests. And when you see a slow improvement in the way you write answers, yes, and that keeps going ahead because closer to the exam, guys, last 2 months are so precious that you won't have the time in the last 2 months to sit and write. I'll tell you what happens in the last 2 months when you sit and write and you're writing an answer for 20 minutes in your mind, like, oh, 20 minutes, I could have revised something else. So let's read. People literally read tax and go in the exam, which is great in the last 2 months. But as long as you practice a little bit before. So right now, whenever you revise, try and put yourself in a place where you can solve one, two sums or, sit with a friend. I honestly could never do this all alone. Like that is a problem with me. I can never do this alone. Even if I'm working, I need people in my office to work along with me. If I'm alone, I feel like I'm the only one working in the world. And that was the same thing happened with studies. So I used to always have one friend of me. I met these friends in classes only, guys. I used to have one friend who was dedicated enough, slightly more dedicated than me, probably, I thought. And we would just write. And we would write, and then we would, okay, what is yours, what is mine? And we compare. If he's written something different, then I would take notes. Because ICI material, guys, those are very detailed. And they are given in a way because there are so many people who don't go for any class. Yes. If you don't go for any class, then those ICI material notes you read and you try and understand. You don't need to write that kind of language, but you need to get better. And the only way to get better is practice a little bit more. Yes. So if you open a chapter called value of supply, tags these items in supply, great. You know that, but practice. On an average, three questions. The more you do, the better it is. But that's how you can revise better. Yes. All right. So that's question number six. Two more guys, seven and eight, please. Seventh one is very simple. Read quickly, guys. We'll time it. You get just 2 minutes to read and make up your mind what to do. Didn't require 2 minutes also. All right. Collectively asking, guys, is it mandatory to make e-waybill in this case? 48,000 plus GST. If you can tell me the total, guys. 56, 640. So is it more than 50,000 or no? What will be the consequence of the non-issuance of e-waybill, guys? Penalty, confiscation of books. Now let's try and word. The first one is important. Second one is not important. Let's try and word. If this comes in the exam, how will you start this? See, you can start with law or facts. Let's start with law. As per rule 138, an e-way bill is required to be generated when the value of taxable supply, including GST, is more than 15,000. This is for reasons of supply as well as other than supply. Full stop. Next slide. In the above case, now tailor it to the question. Who is sending it? Sindhi Toys Manufacturers in bracket Punjab is selling goods in that is electronic toys to a retail seller in Gujarat. Full stop. The value of supply in this case is 48,000. So if you're adding something, you have to present it well. The value consignment value is as under. First, taxable value of supply 48,000. Next line, add IGST 18,000. Whatever that. Total consignment value 56,640. Since the consignment value is greater than 50,000, Sindhi toys manufacturers will be advised to mandatorily generate an e-way bill in respect of such movement of goods. A lot of the words, guys, are borrowed from the sum itself. Yes, but try and frame it. If there's some calculation, show it one below the other. It looks really nice. Yes, and if it looks really nice, they give you marks. A couple of parameters they check your paper on. That first, the answer should be. Second, there should be some presentation, there should be section, and there should be overall completion, and that's how you get your marks. Yes, so you should be complete on all parameters, starting with the concept and the answer to it, and then adding all presentation etc. Yes, so question number 7, guys. Golden words. Yes. And guys, the grand finale. Ending it on a beautiful note. Beauty Cosmetics Limited. Please read, make up your mind. All right. Yes. Let's answer. Yes, somewhere here, second, this side. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Who is the supplier? Beauty Cosmetics. And where are they? Mumbai. And they are sending something worth how much? 1 lakh 20, including GST. So, guys, total value 1 lakh 20 to where? Delhi. Is there movement? Of course, you'll need an invoice, but along with the invoice, you'll also need a e-waiver. Yes. Now, there is some complication here, whereby how many invoices have they issued? Two invoices. For the same order, they've issued two invoices. Please check the value of each invoice. Is it more than 50,000? So, if there are two invoices, how many e-way bills are required? One invoice, one e-way bill, two invoice, two e-way bills. And therefore, but they are transferred in a single conveyance. Still, guys, whichever is higher. Remember, guys, so you still have to make two e-way bills. You're required to advise beauty products, beauty cosmetics. Let's advise guys through an answer which we write right now. Question number 8. Write D. First, the law. As per Rule 138. Please write as per Rule 138. Question number 8D should be practiced again. As per Rule 138, EWB to be created. As per Rule 138, EWB to be created. when value of taxable goods EWB is to be created, when value of taxable goods is greater than 50,000, in the exam that sign will not work, is greater than, now you can write it, but in the exam is greater than 50,000 per invoice, where value of what did I say, value of taxable goods is greater than 50,000 per invoice. Full stop. Next line. Now guys, straight away factor the case. Beauty Cosmetics Limited Beauty Cosmetics Limited is supplying goods from Mumbai to Delhi. Beauty Cosmetics Limited is supplying goods from Mumbai to Delhi worth rupees 1,20,000. Worth rupees 1,20,000. Full stop. The same has been fulfilled. The same has been fulfilled through two separate invoices. The same has been fulfilled through two separate invoices. The same has been fulfilled through two separate invoices of rupees 55,000, of rupees 55,000 and rupees 65,000 respectively. The same has been fulfilled through two invoices of rupees 55,000 and rupees 65,000 respectively. Thus, it will have to generate. Thus, it will have to generate two e-wables. Thus, it will have to generate two e-wables. That is one per invoice. Thus, we'll have to generate two e-wables. That is one per invoice. Yes, good job, guys. Small chapter, honestly. There are chapters which took us 4 days, and then there are chapters which took us half of 1 day. Yes, so that's the mix of GST. Yes. In fact, I don't know if you observed, TDS, TCS was yesterday, guys. That took us half the day, which is a CA final chapter. This also is from where, guys? In fact, guys, I don't know if you saw, but the notes you were copying were actually CA final notes. All the handwritten notes were actually CA final handwritten notes. Yes, which we were copying. And with that, guys, we end the chapter. And every time we finish a little early, we take a good long break after recording. Yes, after recording. So very small chapter we'll record and then we'll take a break. Is that okay, please? Only thing is we won't have time to record later. And the next batch which will start in Bangalore, I only get the time to do GST at one place. I don't even do GST at Jayanagar because I don't get the time. And the next batch I will start in Mumbai, which will be all English, Hindi, etc. So it's best if you finish all the recordings in this class only, so I can share the recordings and we can be done with it. Yes. All right. So time to record. Which chapter should we record next? There are two chapters: TDS, TCS, and returns also. Which one, guys? Both won't take too much time. Let's try and start, guys. Returns. I think should be done in about 5-7 minutes. Yes. Can we open 100 notes to returns chapter? I'll open the quick book as well. All right, so recording a chapter, which is a chapter called returns. This chapter has a lot of details in terms of return numbers, but with shortcuts, I think we should be able to get done with this. Guys, a chapter called returns. In GST, guys, who knows what happened with you? Only you know. And you who needs to know about it? The government. So you tell the government by filing returns. Do you file monthly returns? Yes, sometimes we have an option of filing quarterly, but you also file annual returns. How do you file this return, guys? GST board. Can you take help of GSTs? Yes, and there are some offline utilities also who can help you file the return. Guys, when you file a return, does it have an impact on the other person? Yes, every return that you file has multiple impacts, and hence returns have to be filed really, really well. Guys, what is the first intention of every business? To sell, to supply. And the government says that whenever you supply, whenever you sell, EBC, battery supply company, me, Yashas Academy, anyone, whenever we make outward supply, we need to tell the government at the end of the month, guys, we need to file GSTR 1. Guys, GSTR 1 is not actually a return where we pay money, it's a statement where we tell the government what all we've supplied. So let's think of battery supply company. Battery supply company has made one supply to whom, guys? EBC. Is this B2B supply? Yes, in this case, will EBC take credit? So for all B2B supplies, we need to give invoice wise details because someone at the other end will want to take what? Credit. On the other hand, guys, BSC can also supply to students. This, will they take credit? No. So it's B2C. So here we don't need to give invoice wise details. We can give consolidated. But if some student is buying interstate more than how much? Then fine. Government is like, why is some consumer buying interstate more than 2.5 lakh? Remember, guys, you don't buy such high value interstate. And hence, in that case, exception, the government wants to know invoice wise detail. By the way, a question to you. If they are supplying to a composition scheme dealer, is that also B2B? Yes, because composition is also registered. So that is supply of outward supply. Who does not need to file GSTR? Is not compulsory. ISD, CA fine. NRTP, OIDR, CA fund, TDS, TCS, now CA intern. And remember composition scheme guy, those guys are very happy because they don't need to file which return guys? GSTR 1. Guys, this month's GSTR 1, when will you file? Next month by the 10th. So that's the due date, guys. And if you don't have any outward supply, which return will you file? Nil return. And can you use SMS facility for that? Yes. Guys, in GSTR 1, do you quote HSN codes? If you're a big supplier, last year's turnover more than 5. So how many digits? 6. If it's up to 5, then 4 digits. And that too, it's not compulsory for P2C. That's HSN code, etc. Guys, you made a mistake in GSTR 1. Can it be corrected? Yes, in a way, but you can't go back and revise. The train has left the station. So no return can be revised or modified, but you can correct it in the month in which such error or omission has been noticed. And guys, whenever you order on Zomato through Domino's, do you call up Domino's? No, it gets auto populated. Same way, whatever details you put in GSTR 1 will get auto populated in GSTR 2A and GSTR 4A. 2A for normal, 4A for the others. And guys, do we need to upload scan copies? No, we don't need to upload scan copies. We just need the details. At this stage, guys, you can use the quick book to solve ICI material question. And November 20, which question, guys? 7C, how many marks? 3 marks. GSTR 2. Guys, is it an inward supply return? But the government has what done to it? Denotified. So it's a dinosaur now. It will not be activated. Now GSTR 3B, guys. Is this the main return? Every month you need to fill your return. When you file your return, you'll check what? Liability. And you'll check what? Credit. And you will pay. You'll tell the government, I need to pay you 40,000. It is called self-assess. What is it called? You need to file this return by the next month, 20th. Guys, what if you give an empty envelope? You need to fill up the money and then pay the government. Guys, here also, who does not have to file GSTR 3B is not coming. And what if it's nil? Yes, nil means no outward, no inward. How many hands, guys? Two hands. Both should be empty. So here, this is GSTR 3B. Next, guys, GSTR 4. Here you can do this sum, November 19. GSTR 4, guys, who is the easy guy? Composition. He has to sleep how many times? Wake up at the end of the month, file only one return, which is called GSTR 4 by 30th April after the year ends. But guys, is the government going to wait till then for the payment? They say no, you can file your return later, but the payment is delinked. What is the word? Not aligned. Guys, you have to pay every quarter. Wake up April, May, June. When? 18 July. July, August, September. October, November, December, 18 Jan and the likes. Guys, you have to wake up and pay by filing GST CMV 0 AB. Now, guys, what if I'm in both the scheme, composition also and regular also? While I'm in composition scheme, wake up how many times? 4 times. While I'm in the other scheme, wake up every month. And GSTR 4 also has to be filed? Yes. Next, guys, who has gone to 5 countries? Tesla. Remember NRTP? NRTP, when they come to India in the exhibition, guys, are they supplying? They need to tell the government what they've supplied by filing a return called GSTR 5. In this return, mainly they don't pay tax because that has already been paid as an advance. So they take what, guys? Refund. That's GSTR 5. They need to file the return by when? Next month, 20th. But what if the registration is ending? And within 7 days, whichever is earlier. Guys, how many embassies in India? 11. Guys, they have a unique identity number. Do they want to claim refund? Government says you are so powerful, I'll give you refund. Don't worry on the purchases, but just do one thing: file a return called GSTR by the 11th, by the 20th of the next month. And guys, any return filed under GST, can it be revised? No. Can it be modified? Can it be changed? Then what can I do? Any changes, any errors or omission can be made only in the month in which you discover. Guys, you discovered, you made a mistake, your son discovered it. Can you make change? No. It cannot be done forever. It can only be done till next year. Any. What is any? 30th November or annual return filing date, whichever is earlier. But guys, because of the delay, if you have to pay any interest, if you have to pay any amount, we'll have to pay it along with what? Interest. At what rate? In entire GST now, what is the only rate, guys? 18%. But guys, if you made a mistake in refund or credit, will the government give you interest? No. That's your mistake. Government doesn't compensate. Guys, first return, we will see in invoice chapter when we do a revision of that chapter. Guys, which is the one which CA takes 9 lakh rupees? GSTR 9, that's called annual return. Guys, besides the monthly return, at the end of the year, you also have to file an annual return. What is the due date? 31st December of this year or next year? After the year end, guys, you need to file. And GSTR 9 is to be filed by everyone except, very important, is non casual. So here it's not compulsory, it's not casual. Guys, GSTR 9 is the main one. GSTR 9A, Aram, CSD. GSTR 9B, big e-commerce operators, and GSTR 9C is for those who are doing a checking reconciliation. Yes. And now, guys, you are saying goodbye to GST. Is it your final return? Yes. After 10 years, GSTR 10. Do you remember that, guys? You are filing a return called GSTR 10, which is the final return. Is it same as annual return? No, they both are independent. Annual return is to be filed every year. Final return only when your GST registration is getting cancelled. Guys, the final goodbye, you will file GSTR 10 within how many months? 3 months from OC. Do you remember OC? Free. Guys, O is what? Order of cancellation. Or C is what? Date of cancellation, whichever is later. Next, guys, no 46. Will they remind you? Guys, Geo reminds you to recharge, same with GST reminds you to file your returns. How many days in advance? 3 days. If you don't file, again they remind. And guys, if you file your return late, what will happen? Late fees. This late fees, this all the revision video is there, but late fees you have to check in the amendment video because it keeps changing. So whenever you record, you watch the amendment video, you'll get late fees. And guys, as a CA, can you help people file returns? But there is a friend of ours called GST practitioner. Is he a GST expert? Yes. He can also help people file GST returns, but for that, what is the requirement, guys? He should be a Indian citizen. He should be sound mind. He should be a solvent, and he should be a qualification wise either graduate in any of the commerce banking fields or a postgraduate or a CA, CS or a CA. But guys, CA, CS half clear? No, full clear. Doctor, then they'll become compounder, guys. Never happens, but that's how it is. And it's an automatic. It's never automatic. You need to apply and you need to get enrolled. There are some exams you need to pass. And guys, can you do any work? Yes, as long as it's authorized and you have a separate login ID. And the best part is if you do any mistakes, client is responsible. That is GST practitioner section 48. Life was good, but it was very busy because you had to file how many GSTR ones? Well, how many GSTR 3Bs? So how many returns then? 24. So you went to the government, I want a quarterly option. What do I want? Quarterly option. The government says, of course, I'll give probably only if you're small. How small? 5 crore. Last year's turnover should be up to. So don't worry. April, May, June, straight file the return for 1 quarter only once. Is that a great thing, guys? Absolutely smashing plan called quarterly return. But who's the problem person here? B2B supplies. Because B2B, if they bought in the month of July, guys, when have they bought? When does the quarter end? September. They will have to wait. Guys, do people like waiting? No. So for the first and second month, that is July and August, you will file what? IFF, invoice furnishing facility. IFF is a facility only for which supplies? So if you have any B2 supplies, if you have any B2B supplies, you will put in the IFF, and that can take B2B supplies up to how many lakhs? 50 lakhs. So you will put B2B supplies. Example, you supply to EBC 1 lakh batteries, GST 12,000. Can EBC take credit now? Yes, problem solved. So first month, what will you file? IFF. Second month, what will you file? Third month, what will you file? GSTR1, including every other detail which you have not filed in the IFF. You will not repeat the details. Guys, you will file IFF by the next month, 13. So July, you will file in August 13. August, you will file it September 13 and the way. And whatever you have to pay, you will have to pay. When you have to pay, you'll have to calculate credit also. But that's a painful thing. So the government has said a very nice method of payment called fixed sum method. They say that whatever you paid last month, whatever you paid last month in the cash ledger, same you pay this month also. Last month I paid 9,000. Should I pay 9,000? Yes. That's very simple. But if there is any shortfall, you will have to pay the shortfall, but no interest. Great. Right? What if my last month's return was quarterly? Then don't pay 100% of that. Pay one third, but one third is complicated, so they say 35%. And guys, if I don't want to do fixed sum method, can I do self-assessment method? Self-assessment means I'll calculate my credits, but in that case, if there's any shortfall, I will have to pay this. Guys, this scheme is great. It's called QRMP, Quarterly Return Monthly Payment Scheme. But this scheme will withdraw the moment you touch a turnover of every year you have to check. This year, 3 crore. No problem. Next year, 3 crore. No problem. In 1 year, if you touch 5 crores, you're out of the scheme. Also, guys, if you don't file your GSTR1, if you don't file your GSTR1, if you don't follow that 1% rule, remember the shortcut 511. What is 511? If you touch turnover of, if you don't file GSTR, even in that quarter, and if you don't follow that 1% rule, remember rule 86B begged that if you don't follow, they'll chuck you out of the scheme. And this scheme, the best part is you don't need to take it PAN wise, you can take it GSTN wise. And also, one last thing, if in this quarter, July, August, September, if I want to take up the scheme, when should I take it up? Go to the last quarter. 1, 2, L1. So, last quarter is what? April, May, June. The first day of the second month means from 1st May to L1. Last day of the first month, that is 31st July. It is during this period, guys, 1 to L1. Only this period you can take for this quarter. What if you miss this date? No problem. Next quarter, you can always take in. But once you take in, you don't have to take in every month. It's automatic. It continues. Guys, great. So, guys, the next match is the India-Pakistan match in Gujarat. I'm really excited for it. Do you know the scores already? No. But when they are playing, will the scores change? That's called real time. What's it called? After India wins this match, which I'm expecting it will win, and then guys, will the remain score remain static? Same happens in GSTR 2A and 2B. What is 2A? When you purchase, someone is putting in the GSTR1 some details, they're not submitting it. Have they putting the details? When they put the details, it starts reflecting in your GSTR 2A. Guys, will you feel happy about it? Yes. Once they fill up GSTR1 and they press submit, that 2A, that is real time or dynamic. What is it called? Real time or dynamic. Will it become frozen? It will become static and that will go GSTR 2B. And now onwards, guys, your ITC will be available only if the amount is reflecting in GSTR 2B. Otherwise, you will not get. So remember that self-assessment where I can say I'm getting credit of 30,000, supplier says 25,000, what would I get? 30. Now that is removed. Now whatever is reflecting in with GSTR, guys, GSTR to be that is to be noted. Guys, this is a very, very important chapter called returns. Watch this video, do as many sums as you can, read your handwritten notes and you're prepared. Thank you so much. Take care.